Share an example of a microaggression that you have experienced in the workplace. So listen, let me tell you my story. It's 2018, I'm in New York City, I have a job at Shutterstock, and I work in the Empire State Building. I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm trying to go up for promotion, and there's this thing that happens called 360 reviews. What that means is like you'll get feedback from your peers on what you're doing well and what you could improve on. So I'm getting the results back. Everything seems like pretty good. I agree with the feedback, and it feels like we're well on our way. Nice. But there's this one piece of feedback that comes through, and it says something to the effect of, Erin's doing really great work. Just some days are hard, and she would really benefit if she would smile more.
Oh.
Yeah. So I left the meeting with my manager, and I don't think I said anything when I left. I think I was just like feeling really undervalued, and that my gender was a huge part of this feedback. So later that day, I went to my manager and said, hey, I know it was anonymous, but I know who wrote this, and I would really like to talk to them about this feedback. And I feel like I was doing it not really for myself, but to help this person, because I feel like you do have to see the good in others, and I don't think that he meant this comment to be hurtful, but I do think that he would never say this to a male colleague. And you should know, despite me being on platform and recording this video, I am actually a pretty shy person, and I really do not like confrontation. And so I was shaking and nervous, and I felt like I was going to vomit when I set this 15-minute meeting to chat with him. So we go into the room, we're standing for whatever reason, and I eventually tell him like, hey, I know that you wrote this feedback and I understand, but I don't know if you've ever Googled top things to not say to women in the workplace. And this is one of the top items to not say. He looked horrified, but also understanding, and was like very apologetic. We commenced that, went back to our desks. I was super proud of myself. I was still very much shaking and nervous, but I was really glad that I at least took a moment to try to educate someone. Whether or not it stuck wasn't really up to me. I was just really proud of myself. But lo and behold, it was about half an hour later, he comes over to my desk and says, I did Google it and I'm horrified at what I did. Would you be willing to, meet me downstairs for a cocktail? The whole team used to go downstairs to the bars after work. And of course I agreed. And we went down there, and he apologized very thoroughly and felt very educated and acknowledged that he wasn't going to do that ever again. And I feel like we got a little bit closer that day, and I'm really happy of the result. So that's my story.